Hey, good evening, everybody. Um, Welcome. This is totally impromptu. Um, Usually, we haven't live streamed probably since maybe October because of doing Whiskey Six stuff, doing um, some just it's been busy, I'll say, and so we haven't really live streamed a lot. And the reason I'm live streaming tonight is because upstairs, my wife and her two friends are having a freaking slumber party. So I have been kind of consigned to the basement, and I am going to be just kind of hanging down here. I got the football game on, um, and just kind of hanging down here because my living room has been taken over. So I'm like, well, why the hell not? There weren't a lot of people streaming tonight. Um, I know Spirited Reviews is, hey, Jim, how's it going? Good to see you, brother. Spirited Reviews is streaming. They're doing a short barrel pick. So they're actually, they are doing their tasting on their live tonight. So that's kind of interesting. But we're going to be just kind of streaming for a little bit here. Thought it'd be fun just to pop on while I'm, like I said, stuck in the basement. We're going to be doing a giveaway. If you want to give a $5 super chat, we're going to have your choice of bottles. So we've got a Robot Empire Pipe Dream cast strength. We've got a Knob Creek pick. This is our pick from Sheridan Wine and Liquor. And lastly, this is a local, Hartman's is a local distillery. This is sourced MGP. It is finished in Ellicott Brewing Company. Chocolate Cherry Bomb Imperial Stout barrels. It's delicious and perfect for the holidays. So that is up there as well. This is the first time ever that I have flown solo on a live. So if anybody wants to jump on with me, I've got the StreamYard link right up top, and you can jump on. I wanted to talk about a bunch of stuff tonight, not necessarily just whiskey, but anybody who wants to jump on, we can talk about whatever you want. Couple of things before we get started. I just want to share our Patreon. Let's see here, share screen. Usually I have a producer to do all this. Okay, there's our Patreon, guys. That's, hold on, let me go to our page. Okay, nope, that's not it. What? How do I get to my Patreon page? Hold on, let me get to the right page here, guys. Patreon. Home. There we go. No. Well, this is annoying. Let me do it this way. No, never mind. Well, anyway, I'll just say this. Our Patreon is up. We only have one tier. It's $5. If anybody wants to join, it's up there. I will put a link. Actually, I think I have the link here. Paste. There we go. But here's the thing about our Patreon. If you're not aware, we do have another channel that we do with 5 other guys. It's called the Whiskey Six. It's ourselves, it's Bad Axe Bourbon, it's the Bourbon Note, the Bourbon Drop, Whiskey Wars, and DRC Bar. And we have a Corbin Cash pick coming that David Sousa at Corbin Cash says is the best rye he has had out of his barrels. It's 10-year-old rye. It's 137 proof. And if you want first crack at it, you have to be a Patreon member. Don't have to be a Patreon member of us. There's a lot of great channels in the Whiskey Six. You can pick one out and join their Patreon. I think the only one who doesn't have a Patreon is Myron, the Bourbon Drop. But all the other guys have Patreons. So if you want to join one and jump on, and then you'll have first crack at the Corbin Cash pick, go ahead and do that. Everybody's got all different tiers you can join at. Ours, we have one tier. It's $5. You get a lot of nice perks. So check out a Patreon if you want to get in on that Corbin Cash pick. And I'm looking backstage, and my friend from just up north, and also from the channel Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts is here. Here is Brian Fisher. What's up, Brian?
I am just here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I am not mic'd up.
Okay.
I did not go to wardrobe or makeup.
Oh,
I
I
am
see
in
what you think of us, Brian.
full jammy mode here.
Well, I just like I'm in my comfy clothes and came down here, started watching the game, and then I was like scrolling through YouTube, and I was like, man, there's nobody living. There was only one live stream I saw, Bourbon Tube wise. So I was like, well, I'll just jump on. Why not? It might be fun just to see who's out there and see if anybody wants to jump on. So I don't usually like it's usually just us. We have a guest, maybe. I don't usually do this pub style thing, but let's give it a shot and see how it goes.
Okay. Well, I'm sipping on the Penelope cognac finish.
Oh, the Project X.
Yes.
What do you think of that one? That was my least favorite of the four we got.
Okay, so I am not loving it. I think primarily it's a texture thing. Like
Okay.
when I get like the effervescent fizzy in my mouth, it kind of turns me off, and that's what I'm getting off of this.
Okay.
Kind of reminds me of like champagne fizzies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I see.
Okay.
And we've said that a couple times about some, and we've said zippy. Same
Mhm.
idea, right? It's like you get like that. It's almost like sometimes that happens with a wine when it's not aged enough and it's like zippy. It just gives you that little tingle on your tongue. Yeah. So we've had a couple like that.
And it's almost like, have you ever had a wine that went bad and it gets sour?
Mhm.
It's kind of like reminiscent of that. Or I used to make my own wine,
Okay.
and before it, fermented or whatever. I don't know. It's just, I tried a few before. It's just not something I would buy for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, the cognac. Oh, was that my advent calendar one?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and that's the one. Yes, put it in the cognac. I put it in the advent calendar because I wanted to see what people thought. Because, like I said, it was my least favorite one. I felt like the finish was very bitter on it, so I was not a huge fan of it. But I like that was one that I thought people would want to try. Like it's not something you can find easily, and
Right.
the cognac finish is kind of holiday. So, okay, all right. I'm glad that I got a little feedback on it because I wasn't sure. Like you know me, there's some that a lot of people like and I don't, and I wanted to be like, am I just being a jerk or am I just like not tasting the right thing? But okay.
Right. Yeah, the only place that I can think of that has it locally is Amherst.
Okay.
There might be other stores, but that's the only one they got to pick, which
Okay.
I tried and it was okay, but not enough for me to buy it.
Okay. I'm gonna crack. I cracked it, but I'm gonna pour some of this. So this is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Toasted. Did I send some of this home with you?
I don't think no you sent me that the weird finished one.
Oh, yeah, the Rough Rider.
Sorry, Rough Rider. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was hidden behind my monitor. I'm on my laptop.
Okay.
Um,
I like. Have you ever had a barrel proof toasted?
I can't remember. No.
I've only seen one, and it wasn't local. Like somebody posted it on like one of the other sites we're on. They posted like, "Hey, I found this," and I didn't even know they were doing it. And I saw somebody post, and I was like, "Holy cow!" And then like Matt at Barrel Shop got one. He told me about this when he was on our live stream over the summer, I think. He was like, "Oh, it's coming in November." And I waited and waited, and finally it dropped in December, and it's pretty good, I gotta say.
We were at Heaven Hill and we didn't try it then, but I did buy 2 bottles.
Okay.
And we're gonna open it tomorrow and shoot a video tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So since they're all single barrels, it will be a different experience than, from what you had.
Right. This one's 125. I don't know if they're all that, but it's a even number, 125, and is 8 years old. It's pretty good. You definitely get like the toasted marshmallow and the smoky like campfire notes out of this one. I like it.
I'm looking forward to it. I got 2. I'm going to be like, if I really like it, I'll keep both bottles. Otherwise, I'll put it out there, whatever. But
Okay.
um, when we were there, we tried the grained glass finished in chinquapin,
Okay.
and we tried all three of them,
Okay.
and they were running like 135 bucks.
Hmm.
And I could have sworn the bartender was like, this was distillery only. So now that I see them all around Western New York, I'm kind of pissed at that. But I didn't like them enough to buy them.
I wonder if maybe it didn't sell like they thought and they had some left and just started shipping it out. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot, like with the High West Boo Rye and stuff.
Yep.
Was distillery only, and then they move it out.
And now it's everywhere.
Bowman.
There's two sitting at Sheridan up the road from me, just sitting on the shelf. They were on in the allocation sale. Nobody bought them. They're still sitting there.
The Boo Ryes?
Yeah.
They're sitting everywhere. No one wants them.
I wonder why. Have you had this year's batch? Is it good?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I was tempted. It's $109.
Colonial
Colonial
slashed the price to under 100.
No kidding.
So it's like 90 now.
Oh, wow.
They've been cutting prices on stuff. If you go in there, they'll have like, Buckner's 10 for 120 or something, which is decent for that.
Yeah.
What do we got here today?
Not many people. I just, like I said, I gave people about a 15-minute lead time. So Jim Turner is here, but he had to go. And we've got Piraldi, but not many people. Now, Jeff March was in the backstage.
Oh, was he?
Like, I was just about to grab him and put him on, and then poof, there he went. So, Jeff, if you want to jump on, we're just talking bourbon and maybe the Bills, maybe a couple other things. Who knows? But we'd love to have you, brother.
So why are you a 49ers fan?
Okay. So my dad, a lot of my sports teams come from my dad. So
it's normal.
My dad was growing up a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. And he grew up in Niagara Falls. So he's from Western New York all his life, kind of surrounded by Yankees fans, Giants fans, New York Giants fans. And what's up, Peter? Good to see you, brother. So my dad was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. He was a huge Duke Snider fan. That was his guy. He loved Duke Snider. If you go to his house now, he's got his like office, his computer room is just, he's got so many like signed bats and jerseys and stuff from Duke Snider. And he even has, the coolest thing he has is he's got a letter from Duke Snider, like a personal letter from Duke Snider to him on Baseball Hall of Fame stationery. It's really, really cool. So, but he was a big Duke Snider fan. So he was a Dodgers fan. And then when I was growing up, he just always kind of put in my head, like, we're Dodgers fans in this house. You hate the Giants, you hate the Yankees. And so, and he was one of the people, I mean, a lot of people swore off the Dodgers when they moved to LA, but my dad stuck with them and went from a Brooklyn Dodgers fan to an LA Dodgers fan, and kind of instilled that in me. So it's kind of the same with the 49ers. When he was younger, he said there was the football quarterback, his name was John Brody, that he loved watching play. And he also loved the gold helmets. So I don't know that he has as strong a connection to the 49ers, or at least his initial connection wasn't as strong, but he loved the 49ers, and same deal. Like, just, I grew up being a 49ers fan, and I mean, I've said this before, you can't grow up in New York or Western New York and not root for the Bills. I mean, it just happens. You're a Bills fan no matter what. But the 49ers are my first team. And so while I root for the Bills, if it ever comes down to the Bills and 49ers, I'll be taking the 49ers.
They have enough rings. Screw them. Come on.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it was easy. It was easy being a 49er when I was a kid in the Joe Montana and Steve Young days. And I say this about the Dodgers too, but like with the 49ers, I stayed a 49ers fan in like the Tim Rattay days. So I mean, like that's the true mark of a fan when you stick with a team when they're going through those doldrums. Like I was a Dodgers fan when they lost over 100 games in the early 2000s. So um, it's been a long time, and like now with the Dodgers winning too, it's like, okay, well, I guess it's easier being a Dodgers fan now, but it won't last. It won't be like that forever. And it's funny, Marie Ann was a Mets fan all her life, and now she's suddenly wearing Dodgers World Series championship sweatshirts. It's very interesting.
My father was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan too.
Oh, okay.
And oddly enough, this is going to sound weird, but I kind of liked almost every team. I liked the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Red Sox. And the era when I really was into it was pretty much because of trading cards.
Okay.
And we used to have something, this is probably before your time, was a Stratomatic baseball.
I am aware of it. I never played it though.
And I had the 1979. So like for the Dodgers or any of those teams, I could like rattle off most of the players. Like, the Dodgers infield was Steve Garvey, Davey Lopes, Bill Russell, Ron Cey. And then, you'd have Dusty Baker out there. And now, the outfield is strained in my brain, but I can't remember, the pitchers.
I can tell you the outfield.
John Sutton.
The outfield was probably Pedro Guerrero, Dusty Baker, and maybe Ken Landreau. But if you're in 79, like I'm thinking of the Dodgers team in 81, because that was Dusty Baker, Pedro Guerrero. There might have been some guys before them, but I mean, when I was a kid, like the first Dodgers team I remember is like Steve Garvey, Ron Cey, Bill Russell, Pedro Guerrero. I mean, they beat the Yankees in 81, and that was just great. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember the Pirates and oh shit. I say the Pirates and the Orioles, I think, were in the series that year.
Okay.
And that was a big thing. The Pirates theme was like "We Are Family," and they had Willie Stargell and stuff.
Right. And my grandfather, this is what's kind of funny about the Dodgers thing is my grandfather wasn't a Dodger fan. He was a Pirates fan all his life, and he loved Bill Mazeroski, and like he loved the Pirates. So I don't really know why my dad didn't adopt the Pirates, but he went with the Dodgers, and here we are. I know why Peter White's saying this, because Peter White is from the Great White North, and Peter White must be a Jays fan. I'm so sorry, Peter. But
well, it's an American sport, so let's keep it in American.
Yeah, but you know what? I said this about the Jays at the time. Like, honestly, if I wasn't a Dodgers fan and was just watching that as a baseball fan, that's probably the best World Series that I've ever seen. And the Blue Jays were such a good team. I mean, I was unaware of how good they were until that series, and they were seriously impressive. I really was impressed with the Blue Jays. So it was a great series. But are you still a baseball fan, Brian, or have you?
No, I really don't follow baseball. If we go to a game, I can last about 6 innings or so before I'm like, okay, we got to go. That's my attention span. I mean, I've only been to like 4 or 5 stadiums.
Yeah.
Boston, Chicago. The Cubs I saw play.
Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
Cool. We are trying to get to all of them, but we've only made it to like 7 or 8 right now. So it's just another list of things Marianne wants to do.
It's the same with hockey too, though. I kind of get bored after a while, unless there's like some really good action in the stands, some good people watching, like a Maple Leafs game,
Right.
That would be interesting because, then things get a little spicy,
Right.
Because the Sabres, I don't know, they still suck.
Yeah, but have they getting better? Yet?
Huh?
I mean, have they lost yet? They're still like on a 8-game winning streak or something.
Well, good for them. Yeah, we always get the false hope,
Right. And then it all goes to shit, like it probably will.
Mhm.
So football, Bills. Did you watch that game yesterday?
It's tough. People were saying the Bills played bad, but I mean, in reality, both teams were kind of bad because of the
Yeah.
weather. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's not like you can say they dominated us. It was just the weather.
Yeah.
It's a shame he missed the wide open guy in the end zone on the 2-point conversion, and it's a shame that they didn't have any faith in the kicker because he missed 2 extra points, and
Terrible.
yeah.
You would think there's got to be better kickers out there to sign. Like, there's got to be. And they got this guy who can't even make an extra point. It's crazy.
I know, it's nuts.
Yeah, that is probably the best, Peter. That is probably the best half of football the defense played all year. I mean, 17 yards in the second half. They couldn't do anything, the Eagles. But I just and I was sitting at home and Maria and I were watching, and I'm texting with my fantasy football league, and we're talking, and I was like, you got to go for 2 here. Like, I was like, go for 2. The Eagles looked tired. They looked just worn out. And I was like, just do it. Just put it away. And I mean, they had it. It was right there. And Allen, he's got to be replaying that in his head over and over because it was so close. And
I thought they were going to pull it out.
I did too.
So I don't even know what their situation is for the playoffs. Did they clinch or no?
They have clinched a playoff. They have clinched the playoffs spot for sure. So this is what the playoffs look like right now. So the Bills would be the 7th seed, but I don't believe they've clinched the playoff spot. There's nobody who can overtake them. And I think they could actually, if they won and Houston lost or the Chargers, they could jump up to 5 or 6. But as it stands right now, if the playoffs were today, they'd be playing at New England in the first round.
I don't know. Let Josh Allen heal up. Screw next week. They're in. Yeah. They're going to be on the road either way, I think, right?
Yep. Yes.
So, might as well play New England, and you're probably going to have to face them sooner or later. So might as well get it done with right now.
Yeah, and we were talking about that in the car on the way home tonight. I was saying I would just rest Josh Allen. He didn't look right yesterday. He looked really off. He's on and off of limping on that foot. Just shut him down. If Mitch Trubisky can't beat the Jets next week, then shop for a new backup quarterback. I mean, because they should be able to take care of the Jets no matter who's playing quarterback.
He does well whenever he comes in.
He does. Yeah. They looked terrible yesterday. The Jets were absolute dog shit yesterday.
And I can't stand the Patriots. I can't stand the fact that they're going to be another friggin', I mean, it's like the 49ers going from Montana to, oh, Jesus Christ. What's his name?
Steve Young.
Steve Young, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. One franchise QB to another.
That was a pretty good time. I was enjoying that.
Yeah. Or from Favre to friggin' Aaron Rodgers and now to the guy they got,
Yep.
They're not missing a beat.
Yep. Here, Patriots will get a bye for sure. Well, hold on. Let's see this. Peter, help me out here. What am I missing? All right, let me share this again.
They got to be the number 1 seed.
I know that this is obviously things aren't over yet, right? So New England and Denver are both 13-3. So, and New England's playing Miami next weekend, so they're going to win. So who is Denver playing? That would be my question. That would be the big thing. Let's see if I hit this. Denver plays.
Just look at the teams that are in the playoffs that turned it around. The Broncos.
So they play the Chargers.
And
So
so many young QBs out there with up and coming teams.
Oh yeah, like Bo Nix. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the Chargers beat Denver and New England beats Miami, then New England would jump into the first seed. Denver would be the second and would play the Bills. No, they would play the Chargers. And the Bills would play.
Deb says hello.
Bills would play Jacksonville probably, which I don't know. Jacksonville, oof, they've been pretty scary. They've been putting up a lot of points.
I haven't been. I've been kind of disengaged with fantasy football. I'm just happy I don't have to wear the I suck at fantasy football decal on the back of my vehicle this year. But well, I mean, it was a rough season for me. Like everyone has injuries, but my injuries occurred. My guys, like I think 3 of them during the year, got injured like on the first play.
Oh,
and then
really?
you take a 0 for the game, and I end up losing. Like, well, if I plugged in any other loser, I could have gotten 5 points and won.
Right.
Yeah. But Sam Darnold, I haven't been following the Seahawks. How have they been winning? Is he all of a sudden a good QB or what?
No, he's really not. No. I am not like, so as a 49ers fan, I am definitely more afraid of LA than I am Seattle. Seattle didn't look that great yesterday, and I just yeah. Oh, here we go. Some of the stream wasn't prepared, not seeing around. I'd like to I want to snowblow before bed. Thanks, Lake Ontario. Dr. Robert, thanks for popping in. We appreciate it. Yeah, this was very last minute. So, I mean, I don't expect a lot of people are going to show up, but Seahawks D is death. Yeah, they're going to be like the Ravens when they had Trent Dilfer, and they scored like 13 points a game, but they also had just a mean monster defense that made the other team only score 10 points a game. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm not afraid of Seattle. I'm not as afraid of Seattle as I am about Los Angeles because of their offense, although Los Angeles tonight is doing their best to hand the number 1 seed to the 49ers. They are losing 24-10, and Atlanta is moving the ball again. So that one is.
Who's the running back in Seattle? I forget who they have.
That's a good question. Let's see.
You know, they have to have some kind of running game or something, you know.
Yeah.
If that's going to be their formula defense.
Running back. I'm trying to look here. Sam Darnold. Kenneth Walker is their running back. He's got 930 yards and 5 touchdowns. So it's not like they're running the ball like crazy. But look, Sam Darnold's got 3,800 yards and 25 touchdowns. And they've got Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's got 113 receptions and 10 touchdowns. So it's not like their offense sucks. I think I just don't have faith in Sam Darnold. I'm not afraid of Sam Darnold. I guess that's what I'll say.
Well, I mean, you know, he had the bad rap with the Jets because the mic got him saying that he was hearing footsteps or whatever, ghosts. Yep. And then Carolina was not good, but he did well in Minnesota, but he crapped himself in the playoffs.
Right.
Which is kind of unfair to judge him on one game when he carried the franchise on his back, although we did have Jefferson, but
yeah. Yeah, I like, and this is a guy, I mean, we've got Brock Purdy, so it's not like we've got a real long-term proven guy, but I'll tell you what, Brock Purdy's got 5 touchdowns in the last 2 games each. I mean, he threw 5 last week, and he threw 3 touchdowns and ran for 2 last night. Did you watch any of the game last night?
No, I did not.
Oh my God. What a game. Like, it's another one, like I said about the World Series, like it was another game where I was like, what a game. Like just back and forth. Neither defense could stop anybody. I mean, the 49ers probably had 2 defensive stops. Chicago maybe had 1. Like there were maybe 3 punts in the whole game. And then like the 49ers had to stop on the last play of the game. They pressured Caleb Williams and he threw a bad pass at the end. But I mean, what a freaking game, just back and forth. I think the final was 42-38 or something. It was crazy. What's up, Myron? Good to see you, brother. All their best. Are you talking about the 49ers, Peter? Yes. The 49ers. And that's why I'm not feeling like Super Bowl good about the 49ers because there's a lot of good teams to get through. But the 49ers have had so many injuries this year, and like it feels like it's starting to come together. They still don't have Fred Warner, and George Kittle was injured last night, but boy, it feels like it's starting to come together for them. I mean,
has McCaffrey been healthy all year?
They have had guys on and off the injury list, and it's been a rough year for injuries, and they kind of were like a 500-ish team, and now I think they've won 6 in a row now. Brock Purdy came back. His first 2 games weren't great, and the last 3 have been he's been playing out of his mind. So
who are their wideouts? They got Ayuk and
no, Ayuk isn't playing though. Ayuk is long-term injury. They've got Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings.
Okay.
Sky Moore will come in as like a 4th receiver. Okay. And then they got Tongus is their tight end right now, but George Kittle is their starting tight end. Really, what really drives their offense is Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that guy, he touches the ball 30 plus times a game between runs and receptions, and just he's just a workhorse. That guy, he doesn't have an off switch, and he has, thankfully, knock on wood, he stayed pretty healthy this year. So
Ricky Pearsall, he's a rookie.
No, Pearsall's been around, but he's the guy like 2 seasons ago he got shot.
Oh, okay.
Out for a while, but I'll tell you what, he has some absolutely sick speed, like just crazy, like runs insane routes. He ran this route last night. The guy, the cornerback covering him, like literally fell over. He like juked him to one side, juked him to the other, like slashed up and then stopped and went the other way, and the quarterback just fell on the ground. I mean, he's got so much foot speed, it's ridiculous. I think the Rams just faked a field goal for a touchdown or faked a punt. They did something and scored a touchdown. Some guy, number 8, he looks like a 3rd-string quarterback, just ran into the end zone, and I'm not sure how they did it, but now the Rams are going to come back, of course.
Yesterday I was watching the game and the Bills game.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know this guy was still on our team. Brandon Cooks.
Oh my God. Yeah. Cause he only caught like 1 ball in that first game, and then he dropped a couple, and then they did drop a couple of receivers this week. Cause they dropped, I can't remember the guy they dropped, but they dropped a receiver this week, but they kept Cooks, and he
what is he like, 32, 33, 34?
He's up. He's been around forever. We were trying to think of all the teams he's been on. He's been on the Rams, the Saints, the Patriots, at least 3 other teams.
Right. I think he was with I want to say the Texans for a bit too.
I think you're right.
But he was burning them last night, and Josh underthrew him a couple times. He can fly for an old bastard.
He really can.
Yeah.
That 50-yarder, it was beautiful. He just went up and took it. It was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Diggs is 32. Yeah. Diggs is a dick though. Did you see him did you watch the New England Jets game this weekend? He was just,
no, I didn't, but he's an ass. Yeah.
Just talking shit. It was just like, hell. And like the Jets were celebrating like if they knocked down a pass, and it was like 28-3 or something. Like they were getting their asses kicked. And there were guys in the Jets like doing this and flexing and like celebrating if they knocked down a pass. Like, guys, take it easy. You are down by 4 touchdowns. But like Diggs, like he didn't seem like that much of a dick when he was in Buffalo. Like he didn't. I think he was a shit talker, but he just seems like a real ass now. I don't know.
Well, I want to see him down the road when all his baby mamas that he has, because what has he got? Like a gazillion kids with a gazillion mothers. So
Yeah, well,
they're going to be taking his money.
he got Cardi B, so good for him, man. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
So the Rams blocked a field goal. The guy who blocked it literally looks like he's a backup quarterback. He's like number 8. He might be the tight end. But he jumped up and blocked the field goal, scooped it up, and ran it the other way for a touchdown. That's crazy. So it's 24-17 now. And the Atlanta is going to poop down their legs and make it harder for the 49ers to win the number 1 seed or the division. Well, we'll see. Are you still drinking your cognac, or did you move on to something else?
Nope, I just had that. I wasn't even going to drink tonight, but I'm going to drink what you had, and it's been a little much, over the past few days.
Holidays are a lot, man.
And I'll do the one, and Deb and I split it, so
nice.
Having an ounce isn't,
right.
going to be the end of the world.
Right, you're good. You're in good shape with an ounce.
Yeah.
All right. If anybody wants to jump on, I know we only have a few watching, but if anybody wants to jump on, the link is there. We'd love to have you. Like I said, I've never done like a pub like this before where just have people come on, but jump on if you want. And we'll talk whatever it is you want to talk about. Did you get any good bottles for Christmas, Brian?
No, I got nothing.
Me neither.
Okay, I can't say I got nothing. You know what is terrifying? I should have went down the basement or something, because I feel like I'm in the cast of the Dream Team. I feel like I'm one of the insane asylum people that are
pajamas on.
Huh?
Because you have your pajamas on.
Yeah, and I haven't shaved. I'm in the process of doing the beard thing, and I look like a deranged person on here.
You're good.
But no, Deb got me like some whiskey socks and a whiskey shirt and some bourbon balls, because we have everything, and there's no sense of, I don't know. It's tough to buy for each other, I was kind of hoping she'd, surprise me with a Pappy 23 or something, but that didn't happen.
I was hoping for the George T. Stagg surprise like I got last year, but that didn't happen either. So
it's tough in Buffalo this year.
What is going on? Like, do you remember how much just regular Stagg there was around last year? Like, what is going on with that? I haven't seen it anywhere. Is it all the new distributor thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Shocker! I was in a liquor store today.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to get my car inspected, and I'm probably going to get new tires, even though I don't need it, because 2 of them are at 530 seconds, which isn't cool in the snow. But on the way home, I decided to hit the local museum, and they had a Star Hill Farm for 120. And not for me, because I got 4 of them, but someone wanted it, so I picked it up for him. So then he's talking with me, what would I pay for a Pappy ride, And I'm like, we're on different levels, what you charge. But then he told me this week, William LaRue Weller's dropping in the area. So, good luck. It's not like you're going to see it pop on a shelf at a reasonable price.
So do you think the Stags will still show up around here?
Yeah, probably we'll get the 25s and, late
sometime 26. In 26. Yeah. Okay, so Peter, I want to know about this. I just ordered a Green River Full Proof and a JD Heritage from Alberta, along with some scotch. You're in Canada. How did you get bourbon up there? Because I went, and I told you this, Brian, the other day, I went to the duty free when we were coming home from Canada. I'm thinking, I'm going to load up on the non-chill filtered wild turkey. And after about 10 minutes of looking around for bourbon anywhere, I realized, oh shit, they're not carrying bourbon up in Canada. And so there's none. So I'd be interested to know how that happened, Peter, because I thought they weren't doing bourbon in Canada, but.
So I am going to address yours, but I want to go to Myron.
Yeah.
I haven't heard great things about, like, I'm not saying I wouldn't get a stag, right? I
Okay.
would get a stag, but I haven't heard great things about the stags in 25. And I thought the 24s were disappointing. With that said, if you poured me a stag, or if I found it, I would buy it at a reasonable price, even though, they're not as good as what people say they used to be. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. So, Myron, your thoughts on the 25C?
Yeah, for sure. Myron said he got a 25C. He also got a whiskey smoking kit. I love my whiskey smoking kit. I know, I mean, a lot of people don't make cocktails, but it's even nice to smoke just your pour sometimes. Sometimes there's just a pour that goes nice with the smoke. So I like to do that sometime. Peter said Alberta is private, no control stores. So that's interesting. See, I thought just in general across Canada, they were all. I mean, I know that the
Right.
LCBO is just Ontario, but I thought they all were control. So that's interesting that Alberta is not.
So I posted, or I reposted an article, and I'm going to get the province wrong. It was like New Brunswick or something, like way out there, and they were just starting to bring in bourbons and stuff.
Okay.
And then the point of the article is that in Ontario, they're going to start bringing that stuff back. Now,
Okay.
whether it's happened or not, I don't know.
I wonder if they're, I'm hoping, because I'd like to go back and get some of that wild turkey. I wonder if they're just sitting on a bunch and they'll just be flush with it,
I can't imagine they would send stuff back because, first of all, they'd have to take it back. And I'd be like, no, you bought it. It's yours. You're sitting on it. Too bad.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I would be.
And Peter says Saskatchewan also sells bourbon. So interesting. So those Western provinces have a little more, maybe a little more freedom minded, let's say, out West, Alberta and Saskatchewan. Nice.
Canadian Rich.
What's up, Rich?
I don't know. Canadian Rich, have you seen bourbons on the shelves up where you are in Ontario?
Yeah. Are they starting to show up? I wonder. Yeah. So as we're waiting on that answer, I got one of these. Let me show you this thing I got because I thought it was really cool. This is a TikTok purchase. So you can disparage it if you want. But this thing, all right, it's called the Barsis Coaster, right?
Okay.
So this is like if you like to make cocktails, but you don't like to measure everything out and use like the little jigger, that 2 ounce little cup.
Okay.
So what you do is you have to plug it in, okay, and then it hooks up via Bluetooth to an app. And I haven't done too much with it, but I can kind of give you a rudimentary thing, the explanation of how it works. So you tell them what you want. Like you say, I'm going to make an old fashioned. So you can either put in the recipe yourself or they have preset recipes. So you like click, boom, I want to make an old fashioned. You put the cup on the coaster and it takes about 3 or 4 seconds. It tears the cup. So it knows the weight of the cup and takes that out of the equation. Then the app will tell you, okay, 2 ounces of bourbon. You start pouring your bourbon and this ring around the outside starts turning blue. And then when you've reached 2 ounces, the whole circle fills up blue and then it turns green, and that's when it tells you to stop. Then the app will say, okay, now add your half-ounce simple syrup. You start pouring in the simple, same thing. The circle fills up. When the circle fills up, boom, you're done. So it's like kind of it's for making cocktails and stuff. But what I did is I programmed it to do like 2 ounces of bourbon, like a 2 ounce pour. So I put a 2 ounce pour in as like a cocktail. And so then I just click bourbon 2 ounces. I start pouring and it tells me exactly when to stop. So it's pretty cool. It's a neat, I mean, it's kind of gadgety and gimmicky, but
that's fine. It's cool.
I saw it on TikTok and I was like, oh, I'd like to try that. And so far it's been very, like it doesn't disconnect. It's not glitchy. Everything's run really smooth. The other thing that I haven't tried yet, and this is not a commercial. I mean, I got this, Maria got it for me for Christmas. So we bought this, but the other thing that's cool is you can put in all the liquor you have in your house, all the bottles, all the mixers, whatever. And then it'll give you all the different cocktails you can make out of that.
Oh, nice.
Automatically give you like, here's everything you can make. And then again, you just press what you want to make and it'll go through exactly how I make it. It's pretty cool. So let's see. Peter said LCBO has all the BTAC bottles still in the warehouse. Of course they do, unless they
So
went out. Unless they went out the back door.
my question is, what year though? I mean, they're probably from 24 or whatever, right? Like if
Right,
they
because with
have
the
them, because
tariffs,
if
they wouldn't even be bringing any in, right?
right,
Allegedly. You know?
yeah.
Rich says all Ontario stores are sitting on their stock. I will get the call and let you guys know from my store in Niagara Falls. Yeah, like when that starts dropping, Rich, let us know because I want to hit the duty free and get some of those wild turkeys. That non-chill filtered. I'm getting low on mine, Brian. This is my last one, so
I regret giving one away as a giveaway. I got,
yep.
I think, a backup. So,
Yeah, and
some people are asking me for it. I'm like, no.
Yeah, they're saying all 2024. So that doesn't make sense though. Because it's not like the tariffs, the B tax came out in 2024. Up here or down here, they sold them in 2024. Do they not sell them like that in Canada? Do they hold on to them?
They're just holding on to things out of spite.
Yeah, all 2020
asses.
And usually Canadians are so nice. That's kind of like their thing.
Well, Donald Trump brings the worst out of people. What can I tell
you? Oh man, let's start getting into politics then. No, I'm kidding.
So no, I got a question for you though. Like, how much of this stuff is like fake propaganda? Like, him, like going against, wiping out all these drug cartels and stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's real, or do you think that's like just like fake propaganda to make him sound like a badass? I'm just curious. I don't know.
I think he's really doing it. I think this is all, you see, they show you the video of it and there's like all this outrage for it. I think it's really happening. And I do think, yes, he is doing it because it makes him look like a badass.
Yeah.
But I also think I talk about, me and my son have this discussion a lot. And I talk about this with Marie Ann too. I think that guy, like love him or hate him. And I've never been a huge Donald Trump fan. Like, I can tolerate him because I think, generally speaking, we do better economically with a Republican in the White House, but I'm not a huge fan of his because I think he's just so blustery. But I will tell you, the man is an all-time great rage baiter. Like, I think he knows exactly what buttons to push to throw the other side into hysterics. And I think
right.
If not, like, you can say whatever you want about the guy, he is not a dummy, and he plays the other side like a fiddle. He knows exactly, like, all that BS about, I don't know, we're gonna look into if I can run again. Like, he knows he can't. But like, what better way is there to get the other side? Like, oh my God, he's gonna break the Constitution. We need to get him out of there. But like, he knows exactly what to say. Like, he's like, jump, and they jump. And that, to me, like him or love him, like him or not, he knows how to do it. And he does it very effectively, in my opinion.
I'm not going to get into the policies and stuff,
right.
But I think I would like him more if he was less Jerry Springer-like. You know what I mean? Yeah. So sometimes he sounds like he's ignorant, but or the things he says aren't politically correct or whatever, a little more polished or something, but
yes. Yeah. He is polished. He is not.
Yeah.
Like, you look at him again. Joe Biden is kind of the anomaly, but you look back at like guys like Obama and Clinton and Bush and Reagan. Like, George W. was decent. He was kind of a folksy guy, so people liked him. But like, a lot of the presidents we have knew how to be polished in the media. Like, Reagan was an actor, for God's sake. He knew exactly what he was doing. And Clinton was very good, and he was folksy, but he was also he knew how to talk to the media and get his message out. And obviously Obama was super smooth with being on camera and stuff. Falcons just got to pick 6. Let's go Falcons.
I am moving because my battery's going, so I got to charge up.
Yes, Peter, I agree with that. Peter said he's not very presidential. I agree with that. But you know what? That on my list, and again, I am not here to be a Trump cheerleader. I'm not a Trump cheerleader. I think there's some things he's done that I like, and some things that he's done that I think are asinine. But he is not presidential. But for me, that's not really important on my list because we've had plenty of guys who were presidential in our history that were kind of empty suits or were dummies. And I don't think we have a dummy. I just think we have a guy who's kind of a brute, like he's a blunt instrument. I always say that about Trump. He's a blunt instrument. He is not, he doesn't really have a setting for precision in his repertoire, I guess is what I would say. But it's not the most important thing to me. But there are times when he talks that you wish he did do that a little more, for sure. What are you going to do? We're stuck for another 3 years. We'll see what happens.
Hey, my financial portfolio is doing well, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and in the end, honestly, that's 75% of the people. That's all they care about. I mean, it's what I care about because I've got a kid in college. I've got retirement coming in 5 years. I've got another kid going to college in 3 years. Like all these things that maybe I didn't care about in my 20s, and maybe I could be a little more idealistic about it. But now, like, what the hell? There's other shit you got to worry about. And if the guy in office or woman in office, whoever it might be now or in the future, if they're affecting that stuff positively, then I'm okay with it. There's a lot of stuff I can let go by the wayside because I feel like I'm getting, this is going to sound terrible, and you might feel the same way, Brian. I am getting at a point in my life where I need to be selfish about things because like the next 5 to 8 years are going to set me and my kids up for a long time. You know what I mean? So
right.
You've got to be a little selfish about these things and look at what works best for you, because like you get one shot at it. I've got 5 years. I've got this 5 years to make it happen so I can retire and afford my kids going to college and all that stuff. So yeah, I think most people vote with that. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I was just looking in the chat, and that was the comment right there.
This one,
and this pertains to both sides.
Mm-hmm.
It just drives me bonkers how much time, energy, and money that one side, whether it's the Democrats attacking the Republicans or Republicans attacking that they will spend just to like screw someone. Like, yeah. I could give two shits about the Epstein files. I bet you there's stuff in there that's damaging to freaking Republicans too, or Democrats 100%. Too, and they're probably shitting their pants if everything got released.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the thing. Nobody, if they put everything out, nobody would come out of that clean. It's just they are trying so hard to point the finger at the other side, and both sides are doing that, and it's just, I mean, it's.
Put your time and energy on something worthwhile. Like, you're just trying to find something to, destroy someone. Like, try to make the country better.
Yes. Okay. That is not their priority. Their priority, I tell my kids this a lot. I don't really get political with my kids. My kids don't know, my students, I'm saying, don't really know where my politics stand. I think that's really a responsibility we have, is not to influence them. So I try to keep that myself. But I do say, as a general rule, that a politician, and I don't say a Republican or Democrat, a politician will do as little as possible until it's time to get reelected, and then they will do just enough. Like their priority is not to go in there and make a difference. Their priority is to go in there and get personally enriched and have power and stay in there as long as they can. And That's me and my buddy Nick always talk about term limits. I am firmly in favor of term limits and getting rid of these bums.
And they make all these promises, and you can make all these promises, but whoever's in office, the other side will make sure that nothing can get done.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so I mean, if like a Democrat wasn't, then they would, like both sides, the first priority is, I'm going to undo everything that the other side did,
Yep.
whether I think it's good or not.
They can't give the other side a win.
I don't know. I'm stopping. Done. Sorry.
Well, you know what though? Look at what's happened with the taxes on tips. So they're rolling out this no tax on tips, and all the states that are the largest populated blue states, like Illinois, New York, and California, are opting out of it, saying no, we can't do that. We can't afford to do it because and I suspect. I mean, think about how much taxes we pay in New York, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I suspect it's more about we can't let Trump have a win here, so we're going to opt out of it. But it's gross because there's tons of, like, think of all the service jobs just in New York City, and they're so pissed right now because Hochul's like, nope, we're not going to do it. We need those taxes on tips. Screw you guys, and that just makes me crazy.
And there are jobs out there.
Yeah,
but I mean, if you're gonna work and bust your butt to support a family, or if you're gonna stay home, get government assistance, and be with your family, which one are you gonna choose?
Right.
And Peter,
I think you're right about this. Peter says midterms are likely to be a Republican disaster. I think you're 100% right, but I think a lot of that is because people are not patient. Like, people in general, and me included, don't have patience to let things like work out. Like, to me, I'm not going to get in the weeds about economics and stuff, but when you're doing supply side stimulus, it takes time. Like, it's going to be probably well into 2026 before you see real positive outcomes from it. If there are, people don't have that patience. It's going to be too late at that point, and people they're already going to have decided that Republicans didn't do what they said they were going to do, and they're going to get voted out. And me and Myron, and I know Ben is on this too, term limits. Hey, we're talking politics, Maria.
I'm not doing that. You shouldn't be either.
Yeah, we are.
No, we want to go in the hot tub.
Oh, it's not ready. Go back to your.
Sorry, Maria, he's busy.
If you can wait 15 minutes.
How about I talk to the people
Nope,
and you go treat?
That's a terrible idea.
Treat the hot tub.
Nope, I will treat the hot
Marianne,
tub.
what did you have kids for? They should be helping you with this.
Have Braden put 2 capfuls of the Clorox stuff in the hot tub. Leave the cover open for 15 minutes, then you can go in.
That's it?
Yep.
2 capfuls of what?
The Clorox stuff.
How many people we have watching today?
Just 4. Not a lot. We didn't announce this or anything.
You like my glasses? These are my big people glasses.
They're beautiful.
Hi, Brian.
I scared everyone away, Marianne. That's why.
Who's watching?
There's 4 people watching.
Who are they?
I don't know.
Half of them are Canadian.
Peter White.
Hi,
Is
Peter.
here. Show me the proof. Is here. Myron is here.
Myron, you and I, we always have it right, buddy. You and I are always on the same page, buddy.
She agreed with something with you today. Do you remember what it was? We were watching his Best of the Year.
Oh, but he was talking about Penelope. He said Penelope.
Oh, the creme brulee. Creme brulee. Yeah, he liked
See,
the creme
Myron, how I'm always paying attention to what you're doing, buddy. I love you. You are always, you and I agree with anything you say.
Okay.
Stop it.
Have a good night. Go back to your slumber party.
You should have seen that cute picture we took.
Oh my God, get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm waiting for Myron to see.
Oh, hey, Marianne. He said, hey, Marianne, and sent you a picture. There it is. Tonight. Oh, tonight was interesting. A lot of people over there. I didn't know that Independent Joe. You know why? I'm not subscribed to Independent Joe.
Okay. What does Braden have to do? 2 capfuls of Clorox?
Yes. Yeah, 2 caps of the Clorox stuff. 1, 2. Run the filter, and wait 15 minutes, then you can go in.
How does he run the filter?
He just has to turn on the jets. He'll be able to do it. So it's Independent Joe's final live. Wow.
Does Myron want to come on real quick? Because
Yeah,
he could.
yeah, let's have
he
him.
could spice things up
free,
here.
Byron, jump on. So I am, unfortunately, I don't subscribe to Independent Joe.
I don't know who that is.
That's
If
all
you
I'll
would have
say.
said that, I would have thought Joe Biden's an independent now. But I didn't. I don't know.
No, Independent. He's a whiskey tuber. I don't know why this is
Yeah.
his final thing, but there are a lot of people over there for sure. Sean's over there. I saw a couple other people that not a fan of, but that's okay. So anyway, this game is winding down. 4.5 minutes left. 24-17 Atlanta. And
Who's got the ball?
LA's got the ball. It's 2nd and 18. The Atlanta defense is playing like wild dogs. Raheem Morris has them firing on all cylinders. But we'll see. This is only interesting because of the 49ers, but I mean, 49ers got to go win next week anyway against Seattle. So this has less. Oh, I don't subscribe to him either. So Dusty Dan. That's why I'm looking at the lineup of like who's on, and I'm like, man, nobody's live tonight. But there are people live.
Sometimes I'll just go on and I'll just click live and I'll see what pops up. Right.
Oh well.
But I'm usually too busy to, partake or
we do not do lives very often at all. And we don't we just don't have the time. Like this is a very rare night because Marie-Ann's got her friends over and I was just kind of sitting here. So I was like, oh, let's go live. That, honest to God, it is. We never do lives anymore. I know.
So,
just can't believe they let the Rams come back. Yeah, and the Rams are moving the ball now too, which they're down to like the 20-yard line. So,
how old is Matt Stafford now? Like 38 or something?
oh boy, let's look. I don't know.
I mean, he can barely move. Like his back is shot. This, that. He's got his brain in his arm.
He's been around for a long time. While I'm looking this up, how did you do in fantasy this year?
I missed the playoffs.
Oh,
but I started off 0-5 or 0-6 and made it to 7-7. Just because of injuries, I was like this close to making the playoffs. And my guys were all doing well. Didn't matter.
Yeah, I was in 3 leagues. So I was in a league with Bad Axe Bobby and a few other guys and did poorly in that. In my you're going to see this picture eventually. I'm going to have to take it in the next week. We got a bright yellow like wrestling singlet that says I suck at fantasy football. Brian, it is probably 3 sizes too small for me, but guess who gets to wear it? Me.
I would probably hide a certain part of your body.
I told my buddy Nick yesterday, I'm like, just so you know, I'm gonna have like shorts and a t-shirt on under this because nobody needs to see that.
Yeah.
But in my money league, my one that I paid the most money for, I finished 2nd place. I was in the Super Bowl this week and ended up finishing 2nd. And it was all right. I've never won in that league, so I was happy to at least get 2nd place.
My name is on the trophy 5 times. And I'm saying the past 5 or 6 years, I've been in the bottom half or more, including the year I came in last and had to have the sticker on my car.
I remember that. I suck at fantasy football.
Yeah.
I think I have been in this league for probably 10 years, and I probably missed the playoffs half of that. And then this was the first year that I actually did something. So I won a few $100, so I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But whatever. Well, the Rams scored, so it's 24-24, and there's 2 minutes left, and the Falcons get the ball. So it is
Okay.
on the shoulders of Kirk Cousins to see if the Atlanta can put this game away.
I'm calling it right now. It's going to be a pick six, and the Rams are going to win.
Oh, bold prediction. All right, let's see.
Kirk Cousins is going to shit his pants, shit right in his helmet. That's what he's going to do.
Kirk Cousins,
Because that's what he does.
He's going to remember that he is in fact Kirk Cousins. And
who was their quarterback though? Because he was the backup, wasn't he? Didn't they have a rookie or something there?
Yeah, I don't remember who. Atlanta core. I'll have to look that one.
It wasn't good though.
Let's see here. Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah.
Season.
I don't know if he got injured or he just stunk. I can't remember.
And their backup is Easton Stick. Tell me that's not a freaking quarterback name. That's
I think he played for the Patriots. The name is familiar. I remember he got some action once.
I'm sure he's gotten some action. He is a pro football player.
Well, like Frank Reich had the sweetest gig, He held the clipboard for, 95% of his career. Backup QB is the way to go.
Hell yeah. He was the backup QB and he got to be he got to start the greatest comeback ever or whatever. Crazy. Yeah, Penix. Never threw a pick six tonight. He did. Let's see. Are they moving here? They are moving, as a matter of fact. Kurt, I think he has a broken asshole. Whoa, yikes. That's a graphic injury.
What's crazy is how well Jared Goff is doing with the Lions after, he was sent away, from the Rams.
And Matthew Stafford went back the other way. Don't talk to me about Jared Goff. That guy screwed me this week. 5 turnovers, Brian. I started him. He had 5 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and 2 fumbles. And it was like one of those games because he did okay last week. He went nuts for me. He had like 30-some points. He's the reason I made it to the Super Bowl. So I started him this week, and he had 4 points at halftime or something. And I was like, okay. Last week he scored most of his points in the second half. He just came out in the second half and went crazy. So he comes out in the second half, another interception, 2 fumbles, just crapping down his leg, and ended up with 4 points for me.
So I'm going to throw this out to the 3 or 4 people we have out in the chat.
All right.
How much would you pay for the Beacon? Let's say, because it's $300 MSRP.
Right.
So I'm just curious. Do we got any big timers out here that would drop the coin or go above MSRP? Because I'm thinking about it.
You are thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be one of the best things out of the year, and it's tough to spend that kind of money on a bottle. I get that. But I don't go crazy and buy stuff, anymore as much as I used to. I'm kind of I got so much. I'd rather just buy a really good bottle this week instead of 4 or 5 other bottles,
Yeah. 300 though, man. That's a lot of good bottles you could buy.
The Beacon, Peter White, Master's Keep, Wild Turkey.
Are you
Rich?
Have you had a sample, Brian?
No, but I've seen reviews and they're I think it was Jason C's it's equivalent to Russell's 15 or slightly better.
Okay.
So it's everyone goes crazy over it,
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's how many people do you know, or how many bottles do you know that dropped in the area? A half a dozen, if that, possibly.
Yeah.
It's not like I've seen a lot of people saying, "Hey, I got the Beacon."
Yeah, they are overpriced. I don't think you'd ever see me paying. I mean, I have we've always said $100 is the limit. I've broken that limit, and there are other bottles that I would at our raffle a couple weeks ago. If I would have got picked and the Russell's 15 was there, I was going to buy it. It was $150 $160 or something. And
Or the 13.
the 13, yeah.
Yeah, I always get those two,
I was going to grab it because I haven't had
Yeah.
one, and I thought that was pretty reasonable. It's not crazy over my budget, so I was going to grab it. So, I mean, there are bottles that I would consider it for, but 300 is, come on, that's
So, I'm gonna try and be the devil here, but you have to figure out you're going by your $100 when you
yeah.
started the channel, and you got to do some math and figure out the increase in the cost of living now. You might have to modify that to 150 or something,
Okay. So Rich says 200 US is his max. All right. Yeah, I think probably I'm more like a 150-ish now.
Yeah.
Like, I think there are, and some of that is because I don't think you can just, there's so many good bottles you're going to end up not getting if you don't raise that bar a little bit, because it's just become more expensive. And I think with like everything that's happening now with, there's distillery shutting down because the demand is down, like prices are going to fall, but prices for those kinds of bottles probably are not. Like, I don't think the special bottles, because that's going to be their money grab. They're going to keep those at a high price, I think.
So yeah, Peter White mentioned the Found North, and then Show Me the Proof mentioned the Snow Days.
Mm-hmm.
Deb and I, we got 4 of them because we got 2 each.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all going to come together, Brian. Don't worry about it.
Okay, go for it, man. Go at it.
One night we were just drinking off camera. I'm like, we're going to do some blinds, Deb, you and I together, just for shits and giggles. And we did American Light Whiskey. And I got a pick from San Diego. It's a RY3 pick. I don't know what the year was on it, maybe 17. Then we did the Penelope, which I can't remember what the American Light Whiskey year is on it. And then there's the Sealbox 20, right? So we had those 3 American Light Whiskeys. By far and away, that RY3 pick destroyed those other 2, which you would think they would be, top of the line. So I got a buddy that lives, or a patron that lives in San Diego that we met up with when we were out there. So he's going to send me 3 of those RY3s. And he's like, oh, I know you got 4 Snow Days. My buddy wants one. Can you, so of course,
yeah,
of course I got to do him a solid. So, we got to figure out the financials of it all. Usually I don't part with bottles, but since I got a bunch of them and he's doing me a favor, I'll sell him the Snow Day. When you come over,
is it good?
It was an email only release. Mm-hmm. Like if you subscribe to their emails or whatever you want to call it, you could purchase the Snow Day. Mm-hmm. And that's the only way you can get it. And you were guaranteed at least one, but you could put in for 2 and you might get 2.
Okay.
Kevin Persh, I think, has one. So, okay. I mean, I'm not saying you can't try mine. I'm saying Kevin is around the block from you.
I mean, is it good? Did you do a review of it yet?
It's going to be out Friday. Okay. And, this year's George T. Stagg, I rated at a 9.2, right? Initially, I was like wavering back and forth. The Snow Day, when I first tried it, I wasn't crazy about it because it was like too citrusy zest. But the second time when we reviewed it, I rated it a 9.2. It was that good. Wow. Yeah.
All right.
And I'm not saying if you're going to put them in front of me, I would probably gravitate towards the George T.
Sure.
In my opinion, last year's George T. Stagg is better, but that's not to say that this one isn't awesome either.
Okay. All right.
You just got to put them in a blind, obviously, to see where they fall.
What is Mr. Sam?
Oh my gosh. It is, Brian. It is like Canadian Pappy. It is a Sazerac product.
Okay.
and it's the equivalent of a Canadian Pappy. And I remember when it dropped because Rob Walker's like, LCBO just released it, right? And he's like, "Do you know anyone in Canada?" And everything was like too far away for me to get it. And I don't know if you know Raul.
Yeah,
but
I
okay.
see him in chats and stuff. Yeah.
Raul, he just happened to be in Canada passing through the duty free, and they had them all. And he's like, "How many can I buy?" And the guy's like, "As many as you want."
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
this dude gets everything. He's got King of Kentucky because he lives in Florida. Like, just I'm so jealous.
Man, that's
But
crazy.
Mr. Sam is like, if you go on Sazerac's site, it'll be there. It is like the unicorn of all unicorns. It's like getting a Pappy 23.
No kidding. How old is it? Is it old like the Pappies?
I have no idea. It's just like really rare. So congratulations to you, Peter White. 350 Canadian, that's like $50 American, right? No, I'm just throwing my comedy out there. I know it's not that equal to that.
High proof blend of Canadian and American whiskey, named for Samuel Bronfman, founder of Seagram's. Interesting. I've never heard of it. Wow. Okay.
Most people haven't,
Cool
someone
looking
mentioned
bottle,
it in
too.
the chat once and brought it to my attention.
Rich wants us to come to St. Catharines. Yes. Bourbon and Smoke. That's a great place. Have you been there, Brian?
I don't think so.
It's right down from like the Performing Arts Center in St. Catharines. We went and saw a band there and went there beforehand. It was awesome. It was a really cool place. So yeah, we'll have to arrange a time to go up there and meet up. That'd be fun.
The last time we were there, we ate at that restaurant. Damn it. Famous actor, not a famous actor, but an actor owns it. Italian place. Shit, can't think of the name of the show. Rich would know. Come on. Did you ever watch the show with the Gallaghers? Shameless? Did you ever watch Shameless?
Yeah.
Okay. The one son from Shameless, I can't think of the actor's name. I'm really doing like zero help here.
Yeah.
But Rizzo's. Yeah, that's it, Zep. Rizzo's.
Okay.
Rich, what's the name of the show that this actor he's on? I can't think of the show, but Deb
Maddie
watches them all.
Matheson.
The food was decent. It was a nice experience. We ate outside,
Nice.
The Bear. Yeah, that's it.
Oh
Thank
God,
you.
The Bear.
I would have
Okay.
never remembered
Bear.
The Bear.
We had friends tell us, you got to watch The Bear. You got to watch The Bear. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. Blah, blah, blah. I made it through like 3 or 4 episodes and I was like, I'm out. I didn't get it. I just did not get it. I did not enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay.
So do you like The Bear? Are you guys fans?
Yeah, I do. I think I like the actor, the one that was from Shameless. That's
Yeah.
it.
Is that the main character?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't remember his name in Shameless. Now, I was at a crossroads with this Penelope 13.
Yeah, that's why I put it up there because I wanted you to see that.
I liked it, but I didn't like it enough where if I had it on my bar, I would sip on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense to you. And I purchased that simultaneously with the Cowboy Bourbon.
Okay.
Now, you need to be a Garrison Brothers fan in order to sip on the Cowboy Bourbon, which I am. So I was like, I've just purchased 2 expensive bottles. I'm keeping one. And we tried them side by side. Obviously, the Penelope first because the Cowboy Bourbon would just be too overpowering.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm keeping the Cowboy Bourbon. I haven't gotten it yet. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow.
Oh, nice. So we just did this review today. We did the 10-year
Omega.
or
10 year. Okay.
the state 10-year. It's very good. It's very much. I had seen a few reviews ahead of time. It is very much almost exactly what people said. There is nothing special or crazy about it. It is just a very good 10-year bourbon. Like it's pretty standard, the notes and stuff, but it's very good. I mean, it's 10-year-old MGP, if that means anything to you. I think that's a very good number for MGP. So I have enjoyed it. Is it $90 good? I'm not mad. I paid $90, but it's not, I wouldn't pay more than that. Like if it was up to 100, I wouldn't. And I know it's the retail is 80 and I paid 90 or 94,
which
about where
for
I
Buffalo, that's fine.
Yeah, right. And it seemed to be Kevin told me that seemed to be kind of the going rate. So
I did see that at Briarwood and I passed on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's I'm such a tater. I'm sitting there in Market Briarwood. He'll just put like random stuff out. So he had stuff on the barrel, then he'll put stuff on the top shelf. Now you and I, we won't have a problem reaching on the top shelf. You got to be 6 foot plus to actually go up there and get it. Otherwise, he's going to come out, right? So I'm standing next to this dude, and he's looking on the top shelf. And I don't need anyone to say, hey, grab me the bottle. I just go up there, grab that Weller 12. And I don't remember what I paid, $70 or 65, but I wasn't sore about that. And I just grabbed it. And then I looked at him, like waiting for him to say, like, hey, I wanted that bottle. Because then I would have probably handed it to him, But he didn't say anything. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Nice.
Not mad at all. Pays to be tall.
That Briarwood I never go in. Is Briarwood's on 5, right? Or on
Southwestern.
Yeah.
No,
okay,
Southwestern. Yeah, it's a small shop, but Mark and Chris, they're good owners. But they're feeling the squeeze this year with the change in distribution. They're not getting the stuff.
The change in distribution screwed everything. Like nobody got shit. It's I mean, even the big guys didn't get a lot, it seems.
Yeah. It blows my mind how much Key got, though. It's unreal.
You think they were sitting on some? Was it all this year stuff, or were they sitting on it?
I have no idea.
And they had great prices, too, you said.
Oh, awesome prices. You're not going to find better prices around. Like, that Penelope Estate, when I had that box, that's Bardstown, Kentucky juice.
Yes, they said, I think I read that it's not exactly where it came from, but Heaven Hill, maybe.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, because it didn't say, Bardstown Bourbon Company, but Bardstown.
From Bardstown. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting that it wasn't MGP.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, because the 10-year is definitely MGP. And I think like all the other estate ones are. I don't know. Like, so what happens in a situation like that? Do they decide, like, because I would think they would look at what they have and say, okay, let's do this, this, and this. They would not ahead of time say, we want to do a 13-year and then be like, well, we don't have any good 13-year-old stuff, so let's go somewhere else. Like, how does that work?
I don't know. I mean, they are MGP,
right?
Like, or whatever the new company name is, Ross and Squibb or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, I mean, why would you even look at barrels from other places unless that's what they do, right?
And
but
they must have thousands of 13-year-old barrels sitting around. Like,
I'd imagine so.
It's weird. It was weird that that's the game. Atlanta won.
Rams lost.
Yep, 27-24 Atlanta. There it is. Game over. Well,
so who's San Francisco going to face in the playoffs? Do they know?
No. Because if San Francisco beats Seattle next weekend, then they become the number 1 seed overall. So they could have a bye. And if they don't have a bye, then they're going to end up, like, I think right now, hold on, I have to look, but I think it's a little more unsettled in the NFC than it is in the AFC. Like right now, they have San Francisco playing Carolina because San Francisco would be the 5th seed. But again, if they beat Seattle on Sunday, they jump to the 1st seed and they'd have a bye because they'd be 12-4. Los Angeles is 11-5 now. There's nobody besides Seattle that's got as good a record. I mean, there's not even tiebreakers or anything. If San Francisco wins, they're 13-4.
Well, what's Chicago at?
4, but Chicago's 11-5.
I can't believe the turnaround there.
Yep.
And there's so many teams that went from like total trash. And, it's not even like they had a new influx of players, it's the coaching.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
That's amazing.
And then so if the 49ers get the 1st seed, they sit down in the 1st round, let all these teams clobber each other, and then who knows who they play. I would think Seattle would beat Carolina, Rams would beat Philly, Chicago would beat Green Bay, and then you're looking at playing Los Angeles in the 2nd round, which I'm not thrilled about, but 49ers better take a look at this game tonight and see what the hell Atlanta did to shut down Los Angeles for sure. Rich wants to know if there's anything else dropping in Western New York. He texted me the other day. I don't know. Like there's been so little that's dropped around us that you can't tell. I mean, like the fact that there's been no stags around here is very puzzling to me. It's extremely puzzling to me.
I didn't line up at Cordially Yours, and I probably should have because she had some nice stuff on that. Like, hey, I'm just giving away leftovers. I figured it was going to be like E.H. Taylor small batch and stuff like that, but she gave away some nice bottles. But I popped in just to talk to her. I wanted to know when that JD Toasted was coming out, and she's like, it's not even in the warehouse. So you're probably looking at a few weeks for that.
Yeah.
And then, Rich, I had a conversation with the owner today. And he's like, William, he didn't even know what it was. I had to piece together that it was William LaRue Weller because the way he was saying it, but that is probably coming within a week or two. And if that's going to come, you'd have to imagine that the other BTACs would probably follow suit. It seems like they released the GTS and the Handy, and then maybe the other stuff will be coming. Who knows?
Well, and it's crazy. Everybody only got one GTS, it seemed, maybe 2 if you were a bigger store, but there weren't many of them. Like last year, my little store here got 3 of them. It's just crazy. And,
Herman did me a favor because I do a lot of work with him, and he sold it to me. And he's like, can you post that receipt? I'm like, you really want me to post that receipt? People are going to, freaking throw daggers and stuff my way. But you know what? It is what it is. Yeah. Just, I don't know. Like, then people are calling me and getting pissed about it. Like they're texting me and they're like, I texted him and he said he didn't have one or this, that. I don't know what to tell you. Right. Just because you're going to text someone doesn't mean they're going to, take care of you.
Right. They have no obligation to. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I got mine last year. We actually I could have got 2, but I just didn't do it. But like we had 2 different stores who were willing to help us out and take care of us. And to me, that's like, okay, you're going to get that once, maybe twice ever. Like, it's not like you can expect that every time. Like, they have a lot of customers. They have a lot of people who are loyal to them. They got a lot of people to take care of. And so, like, they got to do it. Like, I don't know. I think you can't expect it, and that makes it nicer when it happens.
And there's a lot of people or places that would be like, well, call us, right? Yeah. But I'm of the, and very rarely do I make a phone call. Usually I'm coming in just so I can annoy the crap out of them with my face. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I came off as like douchey when I said this, but there were numerous people be like, "Oh, I got a Pappy 10," or "Oh, I got a Lot B," or "I got," and I'm like, I'm not interested, because first of all, I have like 1.5 bottles of each, right? So, and second of all, I'm like, I'll let people know it's there so other people can come to your store and let
Right.
them get it. And third of all, if I'm going to burn a favor, it's going to be on something I don't have,
Right.
right? So I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, sell me that Lot B. No, I'm going to hold on to that, like,
Yep.
and try and play that card, or ask for that favor on something different.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think that's I think that's the way to play it. I mean, there's some bottles you want to cash that favor in for, and some that, while they might be good bottles,
Right.
they just don't do it for you. Old Fitz 7 going to be a shelf bottle. Can't find it anymore anywhere. Central Illinois, and I go to Missouri often. You know what? I don't know what's going on with that one, because I've seen it in some places sitting in a case for $100 and some, and I'm like, what the hell are people doing? Like, and the other one that was supposed to be a shelfer, or I'm sorry, that is supposed to be a shelfer, and I am dubious about whether or not you're going to be able to find it, is the Jack Toasted. Because it seems like they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be a shelfer. You're going to be it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be a permanent item. It hasn't shown up here yet. And wherever it is for sale, it goes pretty quick. Like, I just feel like, and I know it's not like Jack Daniel's doesn't have a load of stuff they're sitting on that they can produce, but I don't know. It just feels like it's probably going to end up like that Old Fitz 7, where they say it's going to be a shelfer and it never really comes in as a regular shelfer.
I mean, if I wanted to find it, I probably could, because it's not like it's on every shelf. And by the way, I did enjoy that at your house the other day, better than the first time I had it.
We got it here. It's fine. I think, I was telling Brian the other day, he was here for our village open house, and I was telling him, like, we did a blind with it and the Old Granddad 7 and the Bullet Bottle and Bond, because they're all 7 years old, Bottle and Bond, and it won. But I didn't think any of them were, like, none of them blew my mind. They're 100 proof, they're $50 and $60 bottles, 100 proof. None of it's going to blow your mind.
Rich, it was too much. Let's just put it that way. I don't remember the price. It's funny, like, when I go to some stores, and some stores don't mind when you go in and talk shop with them,
right?
Even if you don't buy anything. I'm kind of over that. I don't really feel compelled to buy something every time I go in a store. I'll buy something once in a while. This one place just recently got purchased. Actually, the store across from me in the Abbott Plaza, they just sold. So I need to go in there now and make friends with the new owners. Mm-hmm. But that store had the Old Fitz 7 for like $58. So I took a picture of it in case anyone wanted it. Then I go over to Kaz Liquors, who also the owners are just relatively new, about a year or so, right? Mm-hmm. And they had the Old Fitz in there. I think it was like 150, 160. Right. So I go in. I go, what are you doing? I showed them the photo I had, and he's like, and it wasn't like the owner. It was some slappy. He's like, can I take a picture of this? Right? I'm like, yeah, but I'm telling you, you're selling it for, no one's going to buy this.
Well, and that's what I don't get. Do they think it's the equivalent of one of the decanters? Like, it's not the 9 or the 11 or,
No.
I don't know what people are thinking, but they're going to find out. It's going to sit there. Nobody's going to buy it, and everybody else can be selling it for $60, and it'll come down. But I think just because it's not coming out like they said it would be a shelfer, and I think that people are trying to take advantage of that.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in the stores a couple of times, and they got a bottle in, and I'm asking them how much, and they're like, wait a second. And they're going on their phone, and they're looking at freaking secondary prices. And then I'm trying to tell you, dude, this is like if I were to buy it and flip it at it. That's what those prices are. You can't, judge. It's totally different. They don't understand. I mean, it doesn't have to be at MSRP. I'd like it, but not 4 times MSRP.
Yeah,
for God's
right.
sake.
Exactly. So Rich, I will tell you at the Sheridan raffle, I don't know how Herman's was at midnight, but at the Sheridan raffle, Weller wise, she had 1 Weller 12, 1 single barrel, 1 CYBB, 1 special reserve, or 2 special reserve, and 1 foolproof. She didn't even get a 107. So the Wellers, it's the Buffalo Trace stuff in general, has not been as plentiful as it was last year. Like and the Stag is the one that's driving me nuts the most, because I was able to, at my little local shop, I was able to get all 4 batches of Stag, and I got more than one of a couple of them just at my local store. And she probably, every time a batch came in in 24, she got 4 or 5 of them. And the fact that there's been none here and it really nowhere is crazy. But the Weller's the same way. I used to always be able to guarantee, and this is not any kind of calling in favors or anything like that. I would always be able to, at the raffle at Sheridan, get a Stag. I more than once last year got a Weller 107. Really, I got everything I wanted, and I wouldn't necessarily get picked right away. It's just how it would fall. But in this year, it was so slim that there were hardly any. So the Wellers have not been really plentiful either. I don't know what you're seeing up by you, but down here, I mean, that's all I saw. Did you have more at your raffle?
No, he didn't have much. I mean, I want to say Weller 12 was more prominent than 107, oddly enough.
Yeah.
That seemed to hit pretty good, because I was able to buy, I think I bought 3 bottles, but not just for me, like for other people. And then at one point I'm like, guys, this store has it. It was like a crappy store.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll tell you where it is. You go in that store just to, go in and shop there instead of me grabbing the bottle for you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I just hate holding on to bottles for people.
Yeah. So the thing I have started to say no to is holding tickets for people at raffles. I'm not doing that anymore. Cause then like, and I've always got people the bottle that was up there when they got picked. Like, I don't do monkey business with the tickets or anything. Like, if their ticket gets picked before mine, I buy for them, like all that. But I don't like that. Like, I don't like being conflicted like that. And like, you get one, and this might sound selfish, but you get 1 or maybe 2 or 3 raffles a year. And to get things like a BTAC or something, you get 1 raffle a year. So like this last raffle that happened, Kevin did have tickets. He's like, hey, would you mind holding tickets for me? I was like, sure. But then he ended up losing them. So he never gave them to me. But I'm going to start saying no, because I want to just have my tickets. I want to be able to get the bottles that I get picked for and not be conflicted, and also not have people question if I got them the right, if they got the right bottles for them. Like, oh, did you really get it? Because I've had that happen too, and I'm not dealing with that bullshit. So I'm done with the holding tickets.
Yeah, at midnight I did. My name did get called, but
Rich, I will take your extra tickets if you want to give them to me for me to use. But yeah, I'm not holding tickets for people anymore.
But I passed on the Michter's 10-year bourbon. There was a Michter's cast strength rye. There was some good stuff, and I was like, I'm just going to grab the Weller Antique, And then other people went and grabbed those great bottles.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of the road. I just didn't feel like spending a ton of money. If I would have got called for the 90th, then I would have grabbed that. But Deb's friend got called for the Heaven Hill 90th, actually.
Oh, that's cool. You know what? That was another one that I almost bought. Like it was up there on the shelf, and if I had gotten picked in time, I missed it by about 2 people, but I was considering grabbing the Heaven Hill 90. It was 150 or 140 bucks. I was like, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I might grab that, but I ended up not. I mean, it went before I got picked. I ended up all 3 of the things I got in the raffle 2 weeks ago, I ended up giving away as gifts because like all the stuff I really would have wanted was gone. And I knew I needed a couple of bottles for my buddies, and I needed one I had my friend Andy who gave me a ticket, took me to the Bills Cincinnati game a couple weeks ago, and didn't charge me anything for tickets. So I got to get him something. So I ended up giving him that Army 250th Green River. And then I gave the Eagle Rare and the E.H. Taylor to my buddies the other night when they came over for dinner for Christmas. So my raffle winnings are all given away. So I have nothing to show for my raffle.
Well, that's all right. You're a good guy.
Yeah, I guess. So before we go, do you think we're going to see, like, I know people say like allocation season is over, but do you think we're going to see more stuff dropping in the next month or so that maybe didn't drop during allocation season?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the one guy said that William Lure Weller.
Yeah.
And who else know? It could be the BTEX, could be Stags coming with it, could be E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof.
Right? Hey, we didn't see that either.
Right. So I mean, and if you see it, like some of those, the only places you're going to see it are at a museum, or they're going to hold it for a lottery or raffle, whatever you want to call it. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a chance of seeing some of the, not the BTEX, but the lower ones for a decent price.
Yeah.
Like a Stag or whatever. But yeah, I think over the next few weeks, we'll see.
I hope so. I really
don't have any inside.
What was that?
I don't have any inside information. You know, I just have conversation with people, and then they say stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool. All right. And then you kind of know what to look for.
Well, give me a heads up if you hear anything. I'll just be looking down here, though. I won't incur onto your territory.
It doesn't matter. I don't think either of us have been drinking bourbon for like an extraordinary amount of time.
Right.
Like crazy. And my earliest Stag is a 18. So I don't have anything that says junior on it.
Right.
So that's my point of view, or that's all I know. And for me personally, the 22A is still my favorite, and I'm glad I got a backup of it. Like to me, none of the other batches come even close, and that's just my personal preference.
Cool. Yeah, well, I'm going to be on the lookout. Hopefully they drop and we still are able to get some, because I don't really want to wait till next year to get any Stag. I mean, I have 2 bottles that are running low. I need some for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's call it. It's 11:30 at night. Bri, thanks for coming on, guys. For the people who watched, thanks for watching. I know it ended up being a much busier night than I thought it was, so oh well. But it was fun. Thanks for watching and chatting with us, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.
All right. Thanks. See you around, Bri.
All right.